Warriors, welcome. My name is Tu Ha, and in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why you should be owning a gun. I used to be a person who were against gun. Whenever I saw someone post a picture of a gun, it just disturbed me. And I was very terrified of guns. However, my belief system and what I thought about guns have changed. And now I even encourage others and also for myself to own a gun, because with things that are happening around the world, particularly in our country, in the United States, we never know what may happen. There were incidents with the severe weather that happened in Texas, that there were no electricities, people were freezing, they're stuck at home. We have COVID for more than a year now. And recently, and right now, in the United States, there are a shortage of gas. Earlier, I was driving around looking for gas in my area, but I couldn't find a gas station that had gas. And I thought to myself that, what if something is to happen and you need a gun for self-defense? Then at least if something is to happen, you have a gun available for self-defense. No matter how much martial arts you practice or learn, how good you are with the knife, with the machete, or with the swords, but in certain situations where you need a gun for self-defense, then at least you have that options. And with my experience with the guns was that when I was trying to get my weapon carry permit license, and I did not realize that it took me at least about a month for me to get my appointment, for me to be able just to go and apply for a weapon carry permit. And then after that, you have to wait about 30 days or so to actually get your weapon carry permit. And not only that, when I went to buy a gun, they have gun available to sell, but right now there is ammo shortage. And I was calling around to the store nearby asking for ammo, and they said that they don't have it, or if they do have it, a box like this with only a 20 cartridge, it is about $40. And even when I bought my guns, they only allow me to have 2 boxes of cartridge, and I bought one for the range and the other one is for self-defense. Can you imagine that if you are needing a gun, or especially ammo for your gun, and now you couldn't find a place to sell it, you're running out of ammo? What good is it to have a gun but there's no ammo? And going back to my points of why you should be owning a gun is that it's self-defense for you and for your family. You never know when you ever need it, at home, anywhere, even when you are at your workplace where you own a business, you would need a gun for your self-defense if anything is to happen. And one of the main reasons of why I wanted to learn about guns I wanted to own a gun was that I thought, in case what if there is an emergency situation occurs and that everyone has to evacuate from their hometown. Let's say there is a hurricane, something severe happened with the weathers, and we have to evacuate to another area, and now there are people who come approach you and trying to harm you. And what if you're in your car, there's no gasoline? And for you to defend yourself, to protect yourself, one of it is really to possess a weapon, and it is to own a gun. During the gun training with my instructors, I used this particular gun to train, and I decided to buy the exact same one that I was using during the training, since I would understand the operation of it. I would be familiar of the gun a lot better since I already used it during my gun training. Having a gun, owning a gun, is just about changing your perspective of how you view guns. It can be dangerous if you don't use it correctly or if you're not being responsible with it, but it can be helpful to you to give you a chance for you to protect your own lives and the lives of your loved one. If you are owning guns and you have small children, then you can store your guns in a safe place. That way your children would not accidentally access to it and using it in a wrong way. And I just hope that for everyone just to consider taking gun lesson, and as well as to own your own gun. And again, I highly suggest and recommend that for other people to own a gun. And not only a gun, but a lot of guns. And honestly, having the feelings to own a gun, it is one of the best decisions that I felt that I have made. And it just made me feel a lot happier, feel more confident. And if something is to happen, then at least I have the tools for me to utilize, for me to do my very best to protect myself and whoever it is that is needed. So this is pretty much the message that I want to share with you today. Thank you, warrior, for watching, and make sure to remember to go get your gun training and as well as to buy yourself a gun for self-protection.